Overcoming addictions in really any aspect always comes back to the same things. Whether it's porn, drugs, video games, alcohol, the same factors are always at play. The first one is excuses. Excuses are what the voice in your brain is telling you. It's the copes, it's the reasons that your brain tells you that this thing that you're doing isn't that bad for you and that it's not really affecting you, when deep down you know that it is affecting you negatively, which is why you're watching this video. It's the voice that says,
But porn reduces the risk of prostate cancer.
Or,
oh, weed makes me more creative, bro.
Even though while you've been high, you've never made any progress towards your goals. So you need to start seeing these excuses for what they are. Excuses. You know they're bullshit, you can stop kidding yourself, and just admit that what you've seen online of all these people saying that,
oh, it's not that bad, bro,
even though these things have literally ruined people's lives, that it clearly is bad for you. Just admit that what you're doing is not benefiting you in any way, besides the instant hit of dopamine. But as we all know, pretty much everything that gives you an instant hit of dopamine long term is very detrimental for you. And to ingrain this in your mind, I recommend that you read Easy Peasy Method. I've put a copy of this book in the description, and it is about quitting porn, but the same concept can be applied to literally anything. Next is your identity. Your identity is what you see yourself as, because you must first identify with the fact that you have this addiction. For example, I am a porn addict, I am a video game addict, and see it for what it is, an addiction. Now this might hurt a bit because it is quite hard to admit, especially if for years now you've pretty much just been making excuses. But if you're watching this tells me that you're clearly aware that you have an addiction, and that's a good sign that you're on the right path. Now take this identity that you have and destroy it. No longer see yourself as attached to this thing. You're a porn addict? No, you don't watch porn. The very idea of it just disgusts you. That's your new identity. You're addicted to weed? No, you don't smoke weed. You never get high because you know for a fact that it fucks with your brain, and you would rather maintain that focus and put it into things which are actually productive instead of just being like every other normie, telling yourself that, oh, it makes me more creative, bro. This is your new identity. There is no, oh, I'm trying to stop, or any of that bullshit, because think about it. Would the guy who's trying to stop actually stop? Or would the guy who says straight up, no, I don't do this thing, I quit, is he more likely to quit? I think you know the answer. So get a pen and paper right now and write down your new identity. Write down, I don't watch porn, I don't smoke weed, I don't drink alcohol. Next is actions. Now that you have your new identity in place, we need some real action. We need to set up your life so that it matches your new identity. Because for any bad habit, there needs to be some kind of replacement. Because you can't expect to quit something if there's nothing to take its place. Because then you would just have this gap in your life where you don't really know what to do, and then down the line, you just end up going back to the bad habit. Because where do most of these bad habits and past addictions spawn from? Boredom. You don't know what to do with your time, you're bored, and so you fap. You get bored, you don't know what to do, and you go on your Xbox. So what's the clear solution to this? The solution is to keep busy. Always have something going on that you should be doing. And the best way to do this is to set up a timetable. I recommend to do this, you use Google Calendar, which I've just found is the best application for making like any kind of timetable. So go onto that and just set up what your perfect day would look like, and do that. Now, if you're like all the other normies of the world, you'll say,
oh, but I'm more creative when I'm spontaneous.
Like, bro, shut the fuck up. When has that mindset ever worked for you in the past? When you spontaneously decided to jack off or play video games? Destroy that belief right now, because I'm sorry, but you're not special. And so if you have that mindset, just please drop your ego and actually set up a timetable. And once you do this, it means that your brain doesn't have to think about the next thing that you're gonna do. And so you can just finish what you're doing, and then you instantly know what the next thing you're doing is because it's on your timetable. This means that you'll just stay productive and not get lost in thought of, okay, what should I do next? Because we all know that when that happens, you'll probably go back to a bad habit, and we don't want that. Now, if you're not sure what to fill your time with, start off firstly with when you go to sleep and when you wake up. That should be first. And this should also be consistent, which, by the way, if you want to learn more about sleep, I've got a video which will pop up here. Just go watch that quickly. It's literally 2 minutes. Then once you've done this, add in when you'll have your meals. After this, add in when you'll do your work. Then once that's all set up, just add in all the good habits that you want to do, like meditation, going to the gym, going on a walk. And if you want to learn more about these good habits, you can go check out my channel if you want, and I've got a bunch of videos talking about this stuff, but you might know about them already. with that being said, I hope this video helps you quit your addictions for good. Thank you for watching, and stay focused.